Stop. That's enough. You'll hurt yourself.
I thought you wouldn't come. I was worried.
No need. I always come.
I know. But today is important. She's standing on the floral bridge since this morning.
Is she singing?
No. She hasn't made a sound since the song came up. Except some scales at first light. Nothing since. She's probably watching the frogs.
We're good as long as she doesn't catch any. Will you take me there?
Sure. Are we finally taking her back to the museum?
Not yet. Her old inventory number is missing, and the Fractal Institute will not issue a new one until her connections are known and the exact time and place are confirmed. She doesn't know any of them, and can't just insert someone into a different plane of existence without knowing where they are going. It's trouble enough when she sings.
Tell me about it. 2 people died last month and her song wasn't even sad. Just philosophical.
Daniel, nothing has killed more people in this world than philosophy. Oh, and sadness? It doesn't even come as a close second.
You're probably right. But a new classification, a new identity number, it could take 5 days, 5 years, or even a lifetime. Especially if that woman came from far away. Who knows? Remember the son of that shaman drummer? He got his soul drummed away. For 10 years, he stood there staring off into space and was fed meatballs shot at him through a tube. He even spat out coke. Even though his soul was lost, his body was still with us. But Siren, they brought her here in 1745. First to City Hall and then to the museum after it was built. They say she was caught at Hyder's Mall 300 years ago, at the time of redemption. I've read about self-salvation in the old chronicles. They believed that she was a Habsburg girl who escaped from the Queen's retinue. She was that scared by the high taxes and the enraged peasants. Of course, they took her back to Vienna, but Mary Theresa sent her home. It was a big scandal when she started singing. Within seconds, 30 people dropped dead. She would have been beheaded if the executioners weren't knocked out by the simple tune she hummed for them. The soldiers, they dare not approach her. They took her back here where the captain sat her at the end of a long corridor with a Bible verse around her neck. She stood there over 100 years with a sign hanging on her.
Ezekiel 25:17, I bet.
Wow. Gabriel 1832? The Book of the Messenger. Missing from the Bible for over 500 years because they took it out? Pope Alexander VI, alias Roberto Rodriguez Borgia.
Rodrigo Borgia. By the way, doesn't it suck spewing this much fucking bullshit with a soul so old and a body this young?
It would suck a whole lot more if it was the other way around. I mean, just look at yourself. So anyway, this Alexander Borgia guy had the most critical passages of the Bible removed. They were the essence of the book. The creator's magic.
I hear what you're saying. All the Borgias were well-renowned pricks who didn't want the sacred knowledge to be used against them. They were the ones who said which lies would be the truth. Maybe this is when the word got screwed up. Might have been the cause of the French Revolution and Robespierre.
I have to say, you're wrong about one thing. Not every Borgia was an asshole. It's true that no one remembers these passages anymore. Think about it. The word of God hung around Siren's neck over 100 years ago. Then it disappeared. Well, I'd say the cat's out of the box.
Schrödinger's box, perhaps. But if I understand what you're saying, you have found the sign?
And you've sensed it. It was in the museum storage. I identified it from an old photo that showed a woman. When did Schrödinger lose his cat? I can't remember.
Couldn't have been hard. She hasn't aged a day since the siege of Vienna. Come on, let's hear that passage.
The path of the lying man is fringed with scorn. Vienna did not have a siege. The anger surging from the swallows of his tongue yields shame, and driven away from his country leads his soul astray into an infinity of things, both minuscule and vast, betwixt the beginning and the end of time. His words forever wander, his body a mere memory. And from the pain of his song sprout death-bringing flowers.
Grass. Sprout grass. By Ernest Hemingway. Sprout death-bringing grass on my beautiful heart. And if no one is to take it, well then, the devil shall purchase it. What else would the devil buy? But what has he already gifted? The knowledge. It is obvious that Ernest Hemingway, the lowliest rascal of world literature, the big Scottish drunkard, was well aware of the fractals. After all, he was part of the first LSD experiments. He knew what the divine unity of the world is. Time, thought, and space. All of its projections and ratios. He also knew what the golden ratio is. which is the divine ratio. He knew what life is, because he knew what death and truth are. And because of that, he knew what it meant to be lost in the earth. He held the key to the fractal world.
There might be something to what you say, but I don't agree with everything. The devil doesn't care for knowledge. He desires the soul itself. He goes for it like Hemingway went for whiskey at the siege of Paris. He liberated the city. He was the first Allied soldier to enter the Nazi-occupied city. For booze. He snuck in because of his irresistible desire for liquor. However, not even he could find the soul that was lost inside the fractals. Sorry, Hemingway was an American, and probably the biggest drunken reprobate of the literary world, just so we're clear.
Well, there's Vion. Francois, he was probably worse than Hemingway. Come on, he even killed a priest. By the way, Hemingway. He drank so much scotch, he might have actually been Scottish.
You're probably right. And that's also why I think the siren bounds from somewhere. Maybe her key is how the verse foot is for poet, and the rope shall whisper the weight of mine ass to mine heart, right?
Right.
Just an example. This is a symbol too. As in alcohol, just like in fractals, the world repeats itself in all its infinity, where the atoms are in fact tiny planets, and the planets are the atoms of an even bigger world, repeating to all infinity in space and time, but also in size, up to infinity, where the number of dimensions are mathematically infinite and timeless, and wherein those who know the key to the fractal world can adventure endlessly, in and out, up and down, to and fro, and where he himself will thus get hopelessly lost. In essence, whoever stole Schrödinger's cat found the key. Even this piece of fruit can be the entry to the fractal world. Obviously, this is why you brought it this far. I pay attention to the details. Our planet's rotation around its axis is also a symbol that...
Daniel! Sam! Half the town is looking for you, kibaszott kölyke! Tell Sylvia that she doesn't have to meet you every day. Roots are not toys. Especially not symbolically. Instead, look at. How nice the frogs are here. Look at this. I brought your medicine. Take it. And tonight, when the town is quiet, we will open the window and listen to their song as we fall asleep.
And then, will you sing for me?
No.